Today we're talking about not only body language analysis, but behavioral pattern analysis throughout Netanyahu's visit to the United States. In the Blue Room during the dinner, diplomacy took the stage, but it was the unspoken choreography between President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu that told the real story. Through 6 silent scenes, we uncover how power, restraint, validation, and judgment were not just expressed, but engineered. Let's talk about scene 1, the handshake of dominance. Trump initiates a familiar gesture, but look closer. This isn't a handshake. It is a layered power display. His right hand clasps Netanyahu's, but then his left hand rises to cover both, wrapping the moment in dominance. This double envelopment, seen previously with Macron and Bibi, isn't about warmth, it's about territory. And watch the gesture arc. The movement is fluid but assertive, peaking just above the handshake line. It places Trump literally and symbolically on top. The emotional signal is confidence, but the secondary layer is need for control, for narrative ownership. This is his stage, and this move says so. Scene 2, the Nobel nomination, and the smile that didn't reach the eyes. Netanyahu delivers a stunning announcement that he's nominating President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. But his face tells a second story. His smile tightens. The lips stretch horizontally. No upper cheek activation. No crow's feet. It's what we call a non-Duchamp smile. A social signal, not an emotional one. The congruence was off. His words elevate, but his facial tension suppresses. Emotionally, this is not admiration. It's diplomacy under restraint. The intended message is alliance, but the body says, this is delicate. Let's keep control. And if you pause the frame mid-expression, you'll see asymmetry on the left lip corner, a micro pull of doubt. Scene 3, Trump's micro smile, a flash of internal reward. Trump's response is barely a second long, but it is surgically precise. A micro smile, one side of the lip lifts higher, eyebrows rise slightly, but only for a moment. This is pride activated and suppressed. Here is the nuance. This isn't performative for the room. It is internal validation, the kind Joe Navarro would call self-regulatory reward behavior. It says, I've won. And the asymmetry of the smile, stronger on the right, shows that this is not socially mirrored, but individually generated. He's not thanking Netanyahu with his smile. He's congratulating himself. Scene 4, the Gaza post. Stillness under cognitive load. Watch closely. This is not hesitation. This is strategy. As Netanyahu prepares to address Gaza, his gaze drops. His entire body stills. This is a non-verbal inhale, a classic sign of a prefrontal override. Emotion being filtered by logic. Blink rate slows, then stops entirely for 2 seconds. In body language terms, this is a red flag. A red flag for cognitive load. He's not stalling, he's calculating. The emotion was pressure, managed under control. The intent, message precision. Every second of stillness here is a form of political risk containment. Let's go to scene 5. The flat palm, open hands, guarded message. Now the body opens. Netanyahu extends both hands with flat open palms. The textbook gesture for transparency. But here is what separates expert from amateurs. We don't just look at the hands. We track the gesture arc. The palms remain slow. Shoulders stay tense. There is no rise into comfort space. What does that mean? It's an offer with boundaries. A display of openness, yes, but one that maintains control. Now watch Trump. He leans in, not dramatically, but enough to shift the center of gravity. That is a power reception posture. Not agreement, not encouragement, just silent weighing emotion. Netanyahu is managing risk. Intentionally, he's showing clarity on his terms. Then we go to scene 6, the lip seal judgment, delivered without words. As Netanyahu finishes, Trump doesn't speak. He doesn't move. He presses his lips together firmly. No teeth, no tongue movement, just compression. This is known as a lip presser, a high confidence gesture of emotional withholding. Patty Wood often says, when someone seals their lips, they are sealing their judgment. In this case, it's dominance by silence. His face freezes, blink rate drops. He becomes immovable. The message is clear. I've heard you. Now I'll decide. It's not rejection. It's containment, authority. This wasn't a press conference or a dinner. It was a silent war of signals. In 6 moments, we witnessed control established, praise calibrated, pride restrained, thought composed, trust offered, and judgment held. These gestures weren't just reactions. They were strategy in motion. This is how world leaders speak when they stop talking. If you want to see behind the scenes, behind the curtain of global diplomacy, to read what isn't said, subscribe to my channel. I'm Reham El Hawary, and this is how power really moves. This kind of analysis, this meeting specifically, was silence, domination, And this is where the body language and the emotional translation is crucial to understand what is not said. Thank you. See you in another video soon.